Kalshi did 50 billion in volume, and now Robinhood is adding prediction markets. Every single future is asking the same thing. Will this replace NQ futures? I trade NQ every single day, and I'm going to be going over the real difference between risk, leverage, and payouts, and who should actually care. Alrighty, I'm going to try to make this quick. If you already trade futures and you already know what it is, then I just need this for the comparison. So let's say I have one MNQ of NASDAQ, so that's micro NASDAQ, and I put up a margin of $200, $300, right? So basically I have 20,000 of the NASDAQ, whatever price the NASDAQ is currently. So let's just say 100 points in my direction. So I'd make $200 with one contract. Let's say it moves 100 points, or let's say I don't have a stop loss. Then I get liquidated. I have to buy a new prop firm account, whatever you do if you trade live, whatever. So you have unlimited profits you could get. You have unlimited losses you could have. But the real thing about futures is the discipline aspect of it. And that's what we do basically at 9:30 for market open. So that's pretty much futures and how that aspect works. Prediction markets are way simpler. So let's just use Polymarket and Kalshi, for example. So it's more like a yes or no question, right? So if the question is, will the price of MQ stay above 20,000 at Friday's close, you can put either yes or no. If you put yes and you put in, let's say 64 bucks, and the max win is 100 bucks. So if you win that, realistically you make 36 bucks, and if you lose, you're going to lose all $64. So that's the difference. So there's no liquidations, there's no margin calls. So your max win was 100 bucks minus what you put in. So it's capped out on both sides. So it's not leverage in the future sense. So you're not controlling 20,000 of the NASDAQ with 200 bucks. It's more like getting a ticket to like 0 to 100 max win. If this is actually clearing up now because no one's explaining it properly from the future side, then hit the subscribe button. I also trade NQ and ES every single week. So right now, comment if you are either trading prediction markets or futures markets. I want to see where y'all are at right now. Okay, here's the actual head-to-head. So I'll put it up on the screen so you can get an understanding. You can screenshot it or whatever. Alrighty, for the first one, here's leverage and liquidation. Futures, yes, has leverage and has liquidation. On the leverage aspect, you have 10 times leverage, 20 times leverage, and you can get liquidated. But on the other hand, prediction markets don't have liquidations ever. You can't blow past what you paid. So for example, if you put in 100 bucks, you can't get net negative. So that's huge for the risk side and the aspect of that. But it means you can't scale the same way as futures. You can't put in 20 bucks to make 200 bucks. Number two, risk. Futures is uncapped until your stop saves you. So if you have a stop loss, you can move it. If you don't want to move it, whatever. Prediction markets, hard capped. You know your max loss the second you click buy, so it's less stressful. Number three, fees and liquidity. Futures, you have to pay commission. It's like $2 per MNQ, and NQ also has an insane amount of liquidity off of New York Open. So prediction markets also have Kalshi taking fees. That's how they make their money. And liquidity, it's super, super different rather than trading on the actual futures NASDAQ. If you try to get filled in the same big position at 9:30 open on Kalshi versus NQ, it's not the same game. So number four, payouts. Futures, if NQ rips 300 points, you can make 3 times what you actually risk. Prediction markets, it doesn't matter if NQ rips 10 points or 500 points, whatever level it rips from. It's the same because you answered either a yes or no question. So if you're in 64 bucks, you'd still make 36 bucks. Capped win, nothing more. So you see the difference between the two now, right? So futures gives you uncapped upside potential if you're going in the right direction. But Kalshi or Polymarket or prediction markets only care if you are either yes or no and what side you actually picked right. But would I use prediction markets? Yes, maybe for hedging or an event, or if I don't want to put on like actual directional risk, I could use that. Or maybe if I have a strong opinion on where CPI or Fed may go, or simply if I can bet on something futures can't do, like Nvidia earnings. So at that point, I feel like a capped payout is a great tool, and it's not like I'm replacing futures, it's just using a different tool. So quick recap, if you want leverage, liquidity, big runners, then NQ is the way to go. If you want, let's say, less risk, yes or no trading styles, or simply just capped payouts, then prediction markets is the way to go. Don't let anybody tell you what kills another because they simply do two different things. Alrighty guys, this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed the futures markets versus prediction markets.